I'm going to make you two very simple and very forgiving cakes. Those sort of cakes that when you forget something, leave something out, doesn't really matter. So it's fantastic for cooking at home. The first one is a simple chocolate torte. I've played with lots of different chocolate torte recipes. This is the simplest I've found. It's really just as simple as melting 200 grams of butter with 250 grams of chocolate. I'm going to do that in the microwave, and I'm going to do it in 30-second bursts. So, when I think of Queensland, I think of heat, and I think of rum, and this dish combines the two things. We've got some spiced rum, and we've got some local Queensland chilies. These chili flakes are great because no seeds, but they're not overly dried, so they've still got some of that fruitiness that I think's quite delicious with chili, especially for when we're going to use them for garnish and also within the cake. So our chocolate is melted. I'm going to drop in raw eggs, so I don't want it to be hot. All we're going to do now is put that to one side and let it cool for 3 minutes. I'm going to drop the eggs in one at a time because in order to incorporate the eggs, if you add them all at once and if they're too cold, they will actually split your chocolate. So we're just going to roughly stir these in little by little, one at a time. Now, this cake can be either eaten warm, you can let it, when it comes out of the oven, leave it for maybe 30 minutes just to firm up a bit, or what I love to do is to let it cool, make it the day before, and it turns into this thick, dense, fudgy rum and chili chocolate cake. Or the other thing is, of course, you can just eat half of it warm and have the rest tomorrow. 60 mils of spiced rum. That'll work for both versions. And then 100 grams of sugar. So we're just going to fold in 30 grams of almond meal, a tablespoon of your preferred flour, plain rice, potato starch, and 1 generous teaspoon of chili. That's going to give you a kind of mild burn. And then all we need to do is just fold in and incorporate the dry ingredients. And then this goes straight into a lined cake tin. Take our cake, put this 170-degree oven. It'll probably take about 30 minutes. It's done when the skewer comes out clean.
Come on.
That's about 35 minutes there. Oops, a daisy. I want a skewer to come out pretty clean. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. I don't mind it a bit fudgy. If you're going to eat this hot, leave it for half an hour just to settle down and not be super sizzly hot. But you take them out, unmold them when they're cool. You will end up with this thick, dense, chocolatey puck of goodness. It is super dense, super intense.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Hello, Evan.
Delicious.
How are you? Okay, now, what we're going to do, because we live in a world of restraint, tiny slice.
Oh, no.
It's very rich, so we'll take a little dollop of creme fraiche or sour cream. Do a little bit more. One end. Some more of those chili flakes just over the top. And there you have my chocolate torte with spiced Queensland rum and Queensland chili.
Today I'm making a chocolate French pan tart with poached pear. I wanted to make this in top 50 and forgot the eggs, unfortunately.
Oh, no eggs.
So in a funny way, this is redemption week for me. I'm just hoping by the skin of my teeth, I will scrape through today. But, you know, I'm up against the 2 dessert queens, so yeah, it's going to be tricky. Vincotto, my new best friend, love it. I love it.
Ten sweet seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Well done. Oh. Oh.
Chocolate French pan tart with pears poached in avocado sugar syrup.
Presentation is beautiful, really beautiful. What you've got there is a sophisticated, beautiful chocolate tart.
Thank you.
Come on, mate.
Oh my God, this is like torture. I'm just tired already.
Doing well, Alvin, mate.
As I'm tempering the chocolate, I can't get the temperature of the chocolate right. And I realized that Max and Julie were already in front of me.
Well done, Julie.
So I start to panic.
Just go down.
If I don't temper that chocolate properly, I could go home.
Come on, Edwin, you got it.
It's just hit me that I'm in a pressure test set by Adriana Zumbo. All the negative thoughts come flowing back in that you're not good enough. And, you know, like, you can't compete. What are you doing here?
Alvin.
Just take a second if you need, man. Have a drink of water.
This is a mammoth task, and I'm only at page 1. This is too much.
Come on, Edwin, you got it.
Yes,
You got it, Edwin.
Come on, Alvin!
As I'm panicking, I hear this uproar of cheer from the gantry, and that means so much.
You're doing well.
We got you. We got you.
well, Alvin.
Come on, Alvin.
It's a sign that they believe in me,
You got it, mate.
and it's just enough catalyst for me to sort of say, you know what? Get your shit together.
One more. Come on.
That's it, Alvin. Doing really well, man.
Come on, Alvin. Come on.
Working quickly, I coat the waffle molds with this tempered chocolate
That's it, Alvin.
and just move on.
Ivan, you're good. Come on.
Adriana Zumbo sent me home 12 years ago, and I will be damned if he sends me home again.
Good on you, man.
So this has to be my sweet, sweet revenge.
Alvin looks good. Doing well.
Strawberry, raspberry, blackcurrant. My waffle shells are essentially done and dusted. They can be put aside. I need to now move on to my berry jam, which is the first top layer of the inside of those 3 waffles. The berry jam is made up of strawberry, raspberry and blackcurrant puree, as well as dextrose and pectin.
So once the fruit and the dextrose have come to a boil, I take it off the heat, I pour it onto a tray so it cools down nice and quickly for me, and pop it into the blast chiller.
Doing well, Max.
Thanks, brother.
At this stage, I feel like I'm focused. Self-doubt is quite insidious. You let a little in and it just keeps coming in. You just need to shut that door. So I decide I'm going to block everyone out,
You're doing great, Alvin.
and it's just me and the recipe, tunnel vision all the way. I've made the jam for the waffle. So I have to start a caramelized passion fruit banana ball. The mixture needs to go into a piping bag, and I pipe the caramelized passion fruit into the sphere mold, and then I freeze it in the blast chiller.
Nice work, Alvin.
So what I do then is to put some berry jam in between the grooves.
Doing well, Alvin.
The next step is to pipe the marshmallow mixture on top of the berry jam. I have to work fairly quickly because there's a pressure point here. The marshmallow, if left too long, could set. And if that happens, it'll be really difficult to pipe out of the piping bag.
Good job, Alvin.
My marshmallow, it comes out smoothly. It hasn't set, so
Alvin looks good. He's kept it thin. Nice work, Alvin.
so scary.
Okay, Alvin, you got this.
Do this, Alvin.
Come on, mate.
You got this. Nice cracky sounds.
And I hope my chocolate is tempered.
Okay, Alvin, here we go, Alvin.
Do this, Alvin.
You got it, mate.
Oh.
2 more to go.
Keep going, mate. Go, Alvin. Zen moment. Come on, brother. Oh, I'm relieved.
Let's just say construction is not my strength. That just looks wrong.
I don't know why I'm struggling so much to actually get these feathers attached. I just need to clam them on somehow. I need to glue them on. However I need to get them, get me some sticky tape, I'll just wrap them up. That's how I'll present Polly.
It's okay, Julan. Have you seen mine? You're okay.
I accept that my Polly now looks like a plucked chicken.
It is a bit roadkillish.
Yeah.
That does not look like Polly.
No, no.
Well done, Alvin.
Oh, it's a lovely crack.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks pretty good too.
Nice layers.
Yeah.
Wow. I think this is a brilliant effort by Alvin. Have a look at the chocolate on that. Like, it's mad.
He's nailed it.
Like, absolutely nailed it. It's perfect.
I'm very impressed with the thinness of the chocolate around the waffle. I'm very impressed by the body of the bird as well. You know, the flavour was really very true to yours, I think, Adriano.
The texture and the colour and the shine and the flavour of the jam is the same as yours. Dead set, spot on.
Yeah.
So I hope that he takes ownership in himself being good enough to be here.
I love this challenge. It gets me to think outside the box. So I'm making a dessert that has a little surprise inside. Something that is unexpected, something gooey.
Hey, Ruth.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Yeah, very good. You're very calm over here.
I am.
May I ask, what is your surprise dish?
Okay, so my surprise dish is an egg in a shell.
Okay.
So I am going to make a white chocolate mousse, which is the egg white.
Okay.
With a passion fruit gel in the center, which is the egg yolk that oozes out. And I'm going to do the little kataifi nest for the egg to sit on.
Cute.
I dig it hard.
Okay, yep,
Dig it
but I have
hard.
a lot of things to do.
I was just about to say.
I am just going to push through.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm,
okay.
I'm
do it.
excited.
Okay, guys.
Ready to be surprised.
I think this is going to be the trickiest dish I've ever made, and I am feeling a lot of pressure to do well because Mel and Andy have been thoroughly impressed with my concept, but there is so much to do still. So that's just my mousse. It's gonna go in the blast chiller. I'm just going to work as quickly as I can. I need some fairies in there working all the time, and hopefully I can pull this dish off. Okay, let's do kataifi. I want my egg today to be presented on a little nest. Everything's looking really good. I just have to put the whole dish together. Ooh, I think I'm working faster than I've ever worked in any of the cooks I've been in. Everything's coming together really quickly. I am trying to capture an egg, but make it a dessert. Oh, wow. Perfect. And the surprise is when they open it, the yolk will ooze out. I have made the perfect eggshell made of white chocolate and cocoa butter for my egg. I really wanted that crack because I want to mimic an egg. Oh, wow. It's time to bring this giant egg into fruition. Oh my gosh. Whew. I am feeling so happy. I came in with this idea. I didn't know if I could pull it off, and it's looking like it could work. I just hope that my egg yolk oozes out for the judges. I am a little bit worried that my egg yolk might not ooze out. I hope you ooze out. I hope you're not a hard-boiled egg.
Rue, what did you make us today?
I made the egg.
I don't know what kind of animal has an egg like this. I don't know.
She's a big egg.
I like really big eggs, so yeah.
Talk us through your surprise today, please.
So I made a white chocolate mousse with a passion fruit gel in the center, and the shell was just white chocolate with cocoa butter.
So when I crack this, will the yolk like spill out or it will just be there?
It should spill out.
Okay.
Gooey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
That's a good start, right?
That's a good start.
Rue. Very well done. Very well done. The flavours in it is really good, it's refreshing, it's nice. You hit the brief. I think you've done an amazing job actually constructing this in the time and getting it to look as good as it did. I love the visual impact of that nest. Congratulations today, well done.
Thank you.
We received both the surprise and the delicious dish from you today. The combination of white chocolate and passion fruit, classic. We know that that's going to work, so I'm glad that you held on to something that you knew was a guaranteed win. And I like how thin that cocoa butter white chocolate shell was. It was almost a light crack, which simulates the idea of cracking an egg. So chalk it up to a win.
Oh, thank you, Mel.
Well done. Like, seriously?
Thank you.
Because you did bite off a fair bit there. Like, and you even said that when we came around. Thanks, Rue.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, it's like 10 kilos of white chocolate. Save some of that chocolate for home, Milsey.
3 hours is not a lot of time to do this comfortably. I think that I'm going to have to really motor at the start of this cook and just get as much done as possible so I can focus on all of that chocolate work. The first thing I get started on is that white chocolate chantilly cream. It needs a good couple of hours to chill down in the fridge before you can whip it up. Into my saucepan, I add cream, the glucose, and some vanilla bean paste. Once it's simmering, I pour it over some white chocolate and really emulsify that and get it into the fridge to chill down.
Good one, Milsey.
Go, Mills. I've got my white chocolate chantilly setting and I'm just working on the watermelon jelly. I'm feeling good about this pressure test. I feel like it's a really fun one to be a part of because no one's going home. But also I really, really want that immunity. So I'm taking it very seriously today.
Good little vibe in here. White apron pressure test instead of black apron pressure test.
I think for chocolate, people love to eat it. It's so beautiful to work with.
I think once you're in that groove, I could just go for hours and hours. So for me, this is...
It's beautiful to work with, sure, but if they don't temper properly from the beginning, the other 70
That
odd
is
steps
a very
are...
good point. It could all fall apart if the tempering is not correct. But you know, that's why I think MasterChef is so amazing. This is like a pressure cooker for skills, because you bring these people in here and they're focused on what they're doing and upskilling. So you're fast tracking their skill set. It's an amazing atmosphere and it's an amazing environment.
Good one, Millsy.
Go, Mills.
Keep it up, please.
Amelia, can you freak out a little bit more? It's really boring to watch you.
I'm sorry, Poe.
Perfect.
I've been speeding through these first 3 elements, so I have enough time to perfectly temper my chocolate.
Do you need any more chocolate, Amelia, or you good?
We're tempering the chocolate using the microwave method, and I'm going to do that in 2 batches.
Well done, Mills.
Nice, Millsy. Nice. Got enough there?
It's just the beginning. Once my chocolate is half melted and half still solid, I stir and stir and stir and stir. My arms, my beautiful arms. Until the entire thing is melted together. I want to bring it back up to about 31 degrees using a different process. I've got a heat gun, I'm just gently warming it through, really emulsifying that chocolate. Once I'm happy with it, it goes into the chocolate tank.
Arms of steel, Amelia.
You're not even breaking a sweat.
Oh my God, you should feel my back. Tempering that white chocolate perfectly is definitely the most crucial part. Definitely that chocolate. I mean, that's, you know, almost the entire dessert, really nailing that. We're using it to make the watermelon, and then finally that chocolate straw. If you mess up this step, essentially you don't have a dish to serve. You're making us work for it today, aren't you? My second batch of chocolate is looking beautiful and glossy, and as I'm stirring it, it's getting more and more thick, which means it is on its right track to being tempered. I'm feeling really good about my tempered chocolate. There was a little bit that fell on the bench and it set almost instantly, so it's really good. I'm just going to let it warm up gently so that it can be a bit more workable and move on to my madeleine. A madeleine is a classic French sponge cake that is light and delicious. In Kirsten's Mojito, the madeleine is the layer between the marinated watermelon and the watermelon and vodka jelly. To get started on those, I'm whipping up egg yolks and sugar. And then in the other stand mixer, I've got the egg whites, the cream of tartar, and some more sugar. Once they've both come to beautiful, stiff, glossy peaks, I'm going to mix the 2 together, adding in some mint and lime zest to flavour. Add mint to the sifted, add dry ingredients. Once my mixture's finished, I get it into a square mould and get it into the oven for about 15 minutes.
Put a timer on for your madeleines?
Yeah.
Of course you did. What's next, Mills?
Chocky.
Ooh.
I'm really happy with how I've tempered my chocolate for the watermelon shell, so that's what I'm moving on to next. To make the watermelon shell, I have some half sphere moulds. I fill the moulds up with the tempered chocolate.
Go, Millsy. Smashing it, girl.
And then get it back over the tank and empty out as much of that chocolate as I can. Kirsten's shell was beautiful and thin, and that's the real pressure point with this part of the dessert. If that shell's too thick, it's just going to be impossible to eat.
Hey, Amelia, you look as if you're bang on time.
Am I?
Yeah, I think you're going well.
How do they look?
They
Thick,
look good.
thin, good?
No, they look good. Good job.
Since I was last on MasterChef, I've started a cake and dessert business. With my cakes, I like to use a lot of tempered chocolate garnishes. So I am loving this cook. I love working with chocolate. I love desserts. Kirsten Tibbles is an absolute superstar of chocolate and pastry, and to be able to make one of her dishes in this environment is just an absolute thrill.
Good job, Millsy.
I've got the shells for my watermelon cases setting in the fridge, and now I've got to move on to my striped chocolate straws. This is the part of the pressure test that I really think is going to be the hardest. For my chocolate straws, I colour a little bit of the white chocolate with some yellow food colouring. I let that set for a little bit, and then I comb away some of the chocolate, and that leaves me with the perfect yellow stripes.
Nice, Millsy. Good girl, Mills.
So far, so good. I've got those beautiful yellow stripes, and I'm on the right track. On top of the yellow stripes, I add some of the white chocolate, and I'm just spreading that around, and I want to try and get it as thin as possible so that you can see some of those yellow stripes come through. I'm feeling nervous. Time to make a straw. Don't clap yet, guys. That's not a straw. Oh, God.
They're supposed to be that big. They're like jumbo straws that you get at kids' parties.
I'm doing bubble tea.
Got it.
I have made a few straws, but I'm not 100% happy with them. I don't want to give a bubble tea straw. I want to give a nice little thin straw. So I'm going to try again.
Oh, Millsy. Ooh, that was a goodie.
I have never attempted a Cousin Tibble's recipe before. It intimidates me, so it's incredible to see it here live in action. These guys are doing an amazing job.
Well, you've made me so proud, I feel like crying. That is excellent. They're so hard to do, and you've absolutely nailed it. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Good job, Millsy.
Well done, Amelia.
Have you made straws before?
No, never. Have you?
Well, with a small knife, though, not this size.
I haven't done it. You are motoring, Mills.
45 minutes left on the clock, and I'm feeling really on top of it. All I really have to do is dip my watermelons now. With these spheres, I melt the edges and I join them together.
That looks so good, Millsy.
Once they've joined together, I cut a little hole in the top, which is where the straw will go. Next, I take the water balloon and I pop it into the sphere and blow it up.
What's the point of putting that in there?
So you can hold it to dip it.
Oh.
Oh my God, I can't tie up a balloon. You wouldn't ever think that the hardest part of this pressure test was to tie up a balloon.
Just do it like Nonna would, Millsy.
I don't use balloons, Loz.
Yeah,
How would I normally do it? This little balloon is so fiddly, and I don't know, I just cannot tie up this balloon.
Now, Amelia, you're shaking your head. Is that at yourself?
At myself, it sure is, and at you a little bit too.
At me?
The balloon will be the death of me.
You're doing well, Mills.
Today, I'm really striving for perfection with this dessert. The person who creates the dish that most resembles Kirsten's is going to win immunity. So I crack on with colouring up 2 separate bowls of chocolate for my watermelon dip. I'm making a beautiful light green colour that is going to be the stripe of the watermelon, and I'm making a really dark green base colour for the watermelon as well.
Perfect, Mills.
That's a lot of chalky.
So, Amelia, how far off you've got your asterisks on? How far are you off dipping?
I'm going to dip.
You're going to dip. All right.
Moment of truth, I'm going to dip my spheres into that green chocolate.
You can do it, Mills. Come on. Do it, Mills.
Come on, Millsy.
And I pull it back out of the chocolate, and it just looks beautiful.
Nice, Mills.
Oh, Millsy! Oh, my God.
This looks so much like Kirsten's. It looks just like a little baby watermelon. Just could not be happier. Fridge, fridge, fridge. Straws at room temperature. Today we've got 3 minutes at the end of the cook to plate up. So I'm going to get all of the elements together that goes inside my watermelon shell. Starting with my marinated watermelon cubes. Next, I cut that watermelon, mint and vodka jelly into 1 by 1 centimetre cubes. I cut out some perfect little rounds of my madeleine. Now I'm going to finish off my white chocolate chantilly cream. I pop it into my stand mixer and I'm whipping it up until it's beautiful and aerated. And then I get it into a piping bag and into the fridge for later.
Amelia, are you pretty happy with how that melon looks?
I am pretty happy.
Kirsten, what do you reckon?
I think you've done an excellent job. It looks really, really good.
Well, nothing left to do but taste, so thank you.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Amelia.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I can't fault any of it. She should be congratulated. That chocolate shell, super thin. Gently break through it with a spoon.
Almost every element there, to me, represented yours very faithfully. The lime in the madeleine, you know, the thinness and that perfectly tempered chocolate, the general presentation and the assembly of everything. I mean, she's great. She's fantastic.
I'm very, very impressed with that. The creme chantilly, the texture is luxurious and velvety, much like yours when we tasted it. The watermelon and the jelly, both perfectly done. The marinade's fantastic. The jelly's the right amount of bite in it. But I've got to say and give her just the highest kudos for that chocolate work.
Yeah, you guys hit the nail on the head, and I just got 3 words. Hard to beat.
Yeah.
Very hard to beat.
Absolutely.